Welcome back to Sports Check on this Monday morning. It is the 20th day of June 2022. My name is Daniel Wahome and our sign language interpreter is Lensa Odinko. We are getting into a conversation about motorsport because it is Rally Week in Kenya. For the competitors, the rally is basically the moment they go and their cars are scrutinized, they start recce. Basically, Rally Week is on. 8 days of activity for them. And we've got from the Lioness Rally Club, Pauline Sheghu. You know her as one of our news anchors, Diraya Magwiji, that is where she is. And she is going to be the navigator to Lisa Christopherson, who is the founder of the Lioness Rally Club. And they join us via Zoom from Naivasha. And they're going to do recce. And earlier, Lisa took us through how they got into the entry. And well, Lisa, let me just come back. And for you, Pauline, Pauline, this is your first time navigating, which means that you've got to handle a lot of documentation. You could tell us your experience yesterday when you had to meet the clerk of the course and, you know, the secretary to the KNRC division of the WRC Safari Rally so that you could eventually have the accreditation going by the tags you have on your necks.
Thank you, Wahome. Yes, the documentations, where they are so many. There are so many. Yesterday, I didn't sleep. I was just going through them, perusing every book, just to make sure everything is in order. It is not easy, being my first time in navigating. Though I've been there before, I've learned how the terms, about the terms and what to say. And, you know, it's all about chemistry. And I believe me, with my sister here, Lisa, our chemistry is good. So the terms we are going to use, it's to make us to finish our race. So I can say it's going to be a challenge for us, yes. But with the road book, the maps, the pace notes, everything is okay. And now today we are doing the recce. We are going to get our notes by ourselves. We are going to do it on our own. So we are not going to rely so much on the book, the pace notes, but we are going to rely on our notes, our very own notes, because it's us who will be on the road, on the route. So for me, being my first time in navigating, it's a good experience. I'm also learning a lot, and we are going to do it. We are going to do it because it's teamwork, and we are working together with my friend Lisa here. So it's all about teamwork, and we will succeed in this WRC. Yes, we are under KNRC, and our car is number 110. We are just finalizing. We are here in Naivasha picking the tracking and the tracking what?
It's the tracking device.
Yes, the SA tracking device. Then we take over for the recce. We are supposed to start with Loldia.
All right. Well, Loldia is also where we're going to have shakedown. And Lisa, this is rally. You've gotten into rallying now, and you start with an event as big as this, 400 kilometers of road and competitive stages. How has your preparation been for the safari?
I don't think we've had much time for preparation. As I said, we only put our entry in about a week ago and found a car and just been fundraising like crazy. So we have not actually had much time for preparation. But I believe, you've got the confidence as a lioness, fearless, going for it. And that's just what I'm going to be doing, is just going to be putting my foot down and going for it.
And over the past 1 week for most of you is, I know you're using a Subaru Impreza
Subaru N10.
Yes. What has been the preparation, having a feel of the car and making sure that you get it into the right standards required for the safari?
So the car actually, when we first got it, the windscreen was broken, which we've replaced. There's a few small minor things that still need to be worked on. Otherwise, took the car for a spin and it goes really well. It has all the FIA credentials, so the seat, the safety belts all have an expiry date. They're all there. The car is homologated, roll cage, everything. So we're good to go and believe that the car will pass scrutineering.
And Pauline, having rallied before, and here you are, you've come in now as a navigator. what's your feel of the car that you're going to use?
The car is super good because I've been to it. We did our first training 3 weeks ago with the car. We tested it. It is good. Subaru N10. It's very good. It's in good condition. And the speed is perfect. So we are just finalizing on fine-tuning on a few things on technical bit. And then we'll have a feel of it when we take on the route come 23rd.
Okay, yes, I'm sure you're going to be doing that. And shortly, we shall be joining the Office of the Registrar of Political Parties and the IBC and registered parties, where they're having a countrywide peace caravan launch. So that's one of the stories we are taking a look at. We'll be joining that shortly. But I'd like to come to you, Pauline, and having been somebody who's driving for a very long time, I'd like, for you to tell us about your change to a Navigator. We get back to our conversation, and this is all about the Safari Rally, and we've got our own Pauline Sheghu who's competing as a Navigator. And let me come to you, Pauline. Pauline, you've been a driver, and now it's taking up this heavy role of a Navigator, where you're basically you're the one who's supposed to know what time people wake up, what time you get to service, what time you leave, you get into the holding area, what time you've got to be at any particular stage, filling in all the documentation. What's that change for you? Because I'm sure even our good friend Kipchilat Kimaru has previously done all that for you.
Yeah, it is a good experience, Wahome. Thanks so much. It's a very good experience for me. And it's not that I'm going to be a Navigator throughout. It's just for this WRC because of the challenges we have faced and we are facing. If we were to have like 4 teams of Lionesses in this WRC, I would be driving today. But because of the financial challenges, the sponsorship that we lack, we had to just got one entry for the Lionesses. And this one entry made me and Lisa to be part of it. And KMSF and roll the car. So for me, the navigation is just for this WRC. Come next year, God willing, if we get good sponsorship, good package, I'll be able to be on the steering and drive the car, because that is my passion. Where my passion is. So for today, for this week, I'm just doing the navigation. All this you've talked about, timing, everything, all that we are on course. Everything is set. The timings, the time recordings, everything is ready for me. But just to assure you, I'll be back on the steering. It's only for this WRC 2022. But if we get sponsorship, because even the Machakos one, the Rally Cross, which is coming up in a few weeks' time, I'll be in the driving seat, because it's an all-women crew of 4 teams. So I'll be driving. So my passion is driving. For navigation is just for this one. And because I want to pave way for the young ones to do the navigation before they graduate to the driving seat. And Wahome, I want first and foremost to appreciate KBC Channel 1 for supporting the Lionesses since the inception of this club. It has been with us throughout up to this moment. We are still supporting the Lionesses. Thank you so much, KBC Channel 1. We look forward for long partnership with KBC. You've been so much on us in giving us publicity, visibility. We appreciate you. Thank you so much, KBC. And I believe we'll work together to put KBC and the Lionesses in the forefront. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. And we will continue supporting sport. And let me come to you, Lisa, now. And it's going to be a tough 4 days. If you take listening to some of the drivers who took part in the safari last year, this is not an ordinary rally. By Kenyan standards, it's the equivalent of 4 rallies in the KNRC circuit. How have you physically prepared for this event?
Well, physically, yes, working out. So physically and mentally. And the beauty about it is that I love driving. I can drive for hours and hours and days and days. So this is something that I love and adore. And I embrace this challenge. I'm super excited about it.
And let's now, actually now talk about from what you've seen in the road book, from the road books that you've done as you get into recce. What are some of the things you found out about the Safari Rally this year? The stages that will be there. I know. Okay, for a start, you know the Kasarani is super special because you've driven there. What about down in Naivasha?
Well, the road book, the route is okay, a bit apart from some few to meander routes, which we will still maneuver through. It's not that difficult compared to what we had from last experience, and I think they've made it easier for us. There are some routes which have been changed, and they've been put. I think they've been shortened. There's a route that has been shortened because of the start point, which is not that much okay. So from the overall look of the routes, it's pretty good for us, and we hope to finish all the routes from Loldia, Soisambu, Jothamol, up to now to the KWS, the finishing point. So the route is good, Wahome. We'll finish. From the look of things, we are going to do it. And now with the recce, it's going to give us more experience and to understand the route so well physically before we take on it on Thursday.
All right. And now let's talk to you, Lisa. There's somebody who works behind the scenes making sure that your car is prepared, you get everything in place as it should be. Let's talk about George Njoroge and the support that he has given to your team.
George has been absolutely amazing. So when we first started with the Lioness Rally team, we had to join a club, and we joined George's KRT, Kenya Racing Team Club. George is the chairman, and he has literally taken us Lionesses under his wing with patience, with love and care, and done a lot of training with us. And right now, George is the assistant clerk, of course, for this WRC rally, yet he has so wanted at least one team for the Lionesses to be in this WRC. So he's actually got our car looking after it, and he's putting a team together who will be our service crew, who are all people, guys from KRT. They really have been so helpful. We're very, very grateful to them all.
And Lisa, let me continue about this, because George, he's one of his strengths. He knows how he can really prepare a rally car, can just listen to one and know this is what I need to be checking. If you mentioned something about the suspension, you know what to check. What kind of training has he been giving you, especially when you've got to do maintenance, when you are outside the service park, and if you need to get the car back on the road quickly before the service, the scheduled service as per the rally itinerary?
So we've been out to George's workshop, went through the car, checked it, tested it, and to get a feel for it, what needs to be done, with a few things that we feel need to be adjusted so that it's suitable for us. So George has done all of that. And previously, prior to our inaugural Lioness rally, we did a tire clinic. So we know how to change tires in less than 2 minutes. So we're comfortable.
Oh, yes. And something else about the tires. They say women and shoes are greatest of friends. So after the Lioness rally, you did give us, what you picked up from that tire clinic. So actually now tell us about the whole tire thing in rally cars.
So our trainer from Kingsway Tires realized he was, preaching to a bunch of women. So he straight away converted his language to female accessories, shoes. So you know how you have an indoor shoe and an outdoor shoe. You have a shoe when you go to the shamba. Hence the same you have with the tires. You have a tire for the different terrains, for rocky terrain, dry terrain, for water, mud, and then of course the width of each tire. So you know how you have the readings 195-65, whatever it is it says on its tire has a specific meaning. So, and also the treads on the tire for each kind of terrain that we're driving through. So we have Pirelli tires on our rally car.
They're the official sponsors.
They are the official sponsors and the official tires for rally cars.
Right, and also the regulations for the tires, because that is one of the things that for most Kenyan drivers at the safari last year came to realize what's allowed, what's not allowed?
Well, you just have to fall in within those regulations. As you said, there's rally tires, and Pirelli is one of the approved FIA tires. So that's what we are using.
Okay. Now, the other one is, a lot of expectations from this class. We know that, we've got Josiah Karaoke, Zamir Verji is making his debut season in rallying after having moved from autocross. Kush Patel, the younger brother to Karan Patel. The other driver there who are more experienced, Carl Tundo, Jasmeet Chana, Duncan Mubiro, Isa Moari. What kind of competition, are you trying to give against some of these people?
I think everybody needs challenges in life. And as Lionesses, we embrace those challenges, bring them on. We'll do our level best. And as Pauline said earlier, our vision at the end of the day is to finish. We'll do our level best wherever we can and finish proudly Kenyan.
Well, and for you, Pauline, another rally for you. This time, you will be reading the pace notes. You could give us the experience from the rally that you did together with Kiptilat Kimaru, over 3 days, over 700 kilometers. And from what you see now, over 800 Ks of liaison, 330 odd of competitive sections.
Yeah, the rally I did with Kimaru was about 940 kilometers. That was in 2011. And you see, that was a man. And we had challenges along the way. We lost control, but we managed to pull through. We rolled once, but being a man, he had to come out and turn the car. You are told the rally stops when the wheel stops. So for us, that is our mantra. The rally stops when the wheel stops. So even for this one, it will be like that. We'll only stop when this wheel stops running. So for me, for the pace notes, I learned a lot from Kimaru. It's just the terms you are using. You get to understand each other with the terms. Not necessarily you use what has been put on the book. You have to understand each other and to read your terms, and you can even talk your language. You can even do it in Swahili, provided my driver here understands what I'm saying. So it's not cast on stone. It's something that it's understandable. We both have to understand the terms, the language, and to make rally work for us.
One other thing, we'd like to, find out, because you say you're going to use a language that you can agree on and understand. Pace notes are written in two forms. There is the numeric form, and there are those who use the descriptive. The numeric form would be, for example, 1 right, 2 left, given that, or there are those who will say hairpin right. Which are you going to be using for this rally?
We are using the numeric. But with the Reke, I'll be able to put down my notes in my terms, where I'll be able to make my driver understand the terms well, like the slow right, slow left, fast left, and then bumps ahead, the brow ahead, hairpin. She understands those terms. So those are the terms I'm going to use to make her easier to at least understand the route, and also at the end of it, we finish safely and finish the rally. So ours is numeric.
The proper descriptive. Well, Pauline, for Lisa, as we come to a close of this interview, you could now give a word to the people out there. We know that it's an odd number entry, car number 110 at the Safari Rally.
That is the winning number.
Yes. For car number 110, Lisa,
yes.
Word to the Kenyans who I know will be down in Naivasha and occupying any space available so that they could watch you in action.
We ask all Kenyans to cheer us on, give us support, pray for us, and just support us so that we finish. We need you in a spiritual and in a loud voice out there to support us.
All right. And Pauline, our final word from you so that we can allow you to go do Recce, starting with Loldia, where we've got the shakedown on Wednesday.
Thank you so much, Wahome. My appeal to the public, my appeal to stakeholders, my appeal to the government of Kenya, my appeal to everyone, we need support, we need sponsorship. We were to do like 4 teams of women, but we could not because of lack of funds. Even currently as we speak, we don't have sponsorship, we don't have support, but we believe the last minute one that will come on board, we'll appreciate. We call on sponsors, we call on the government of Kenya. Remember last year, the president said, where are women in this motorsport? We are here. We are here to show that women are out here to do the rally. So we call on the support from every corner of this country. Please come and support the Lionesses. Come and support the women. We need your support. We will not let you down. You know, when they normally say, what a man can do, a woman can do better. So we are here to prove that. We are requesting, we are appealing. We call on appeal out here, supporters. All the corporate companies, please come out and support the Lionesses. The women. We are an all-women crew. We are out here to empower our fellow women. Thank you.
And remember also, our car is a billboard on wheels. So don't put your money on a static billboard where people drive by and forget. Put your money on our car. There's room for your sticker.
All right. Yes, sure enough. And having taken a look at the rally guide, I know where the stickers can come in. Those are the members of the Lioness Rally Club. Lisa Christopherson, who's going to be driving car number 110. It's a Subaru N10, and she will be navigated by Pauline Sheghu, who wishes that she was, on the driver's seat taking the notes. So this is rally week for them, and they are off to do recce. Thank you very much for your time this morning, and all the best in the safari. And we hope that when Pauline comes to read the news 2 weeks from now, she will have a finisher's trophy on the news reading desk right here in the studio.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Wahome.
Thank you so much, and thank KBC for the support.
All right. You're welcome. Well, 2 rally drivers who will be in the Kenya National Rally Championship class of the WRC Safari Rally that starts officially on Thursday at the KCE with the ceremonial flag off at noon. Then at 2 p.m. it's going to be the Kasarani Super Special stage before they drive down to Naivasha, and that is where the rally proper is going to take place over the next 3 days. And 13 entries in the Kenya National Rally Championship class, and about 33 odd who are in the WRC class maximum, and the entries have closed. So today and tomorrow is going to be recce, reconnaissance, where the drivers study the route, write their notes, shakedown on Wednesday, ceremonial starts on Thursday, with 6 stages on Friday, another 6 on Saturday, with another 6 stages being run on Sunday as the rally comes to a close. Pauline Sheghu and Lisa Christopherson, thank you very much for joining us.